The British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has apologised to the victims of the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. This after he faced criticism for appointing Peter Mandelson as Britain's top diplomat to Washington, despite his involvement with the late sex offender. Keir Starmer said that no one knew the depth of the relationship between Jeffrey Epstein and Mandelson, and added that he'll do everything in his power to ensure accountability is delivered. He also apologized to Epstein's victims for believing Mandelson's lies and appointing him.
I am sorry. Sorry for what was done to you. Sorry that so many people with power failed you. Sorry for having believed Mandelson's lies and appointed him. And sorry that even now you're forced to watch this story unfold in public once again. But I also want to say this. In this country, we will not look away. We will not shrug our shoulders. And we will not allow the powerful to treat justice as optional.
Now, Keir Starmer has been facing intense criticism in Britain, with Labour members warning that Keir Starmer's days as the Prime Minister could now be numbered. Now, Mandelson is facing allegations of misconduct while he was in the British cabinet. The charge is that he leaked sensitive information to Jeffrey Epstein as business secretary. On Sunday, Mandelson quit as a member of the Labour Party and announced his resignation from the House of Lords. All right, now joining us on the broadcast with more updates on this, we've got Mr. Stuart Smith, who is joining us live from London. Stuart, now this is a scandal that Keir Starmer is going to be pretty hard-pressed to explain to the British public. With a statement that he just made a while ago, has he weathered the Mandelson scandal?
Yeah, it's a huge deal. It's potentially the weakest Keir Starmer has looked in his premiership since the election. And so for his team and his aides around him, they are trying desperately to try and get this central point across. They say that while, yes, indeed, they knew that Peter Mandelson had a close friendship with Jeffrey Epstein, something the Prime Minister admitted on Wednesday at Prime Minister's questions to Parliament, they say that the extent of this was something that they were absolutely not clear on. And it's only through the release of these Epstein files by the US government that have provided some clarity about how close they were, to the extent that now Peter Mandelson is being investigated for misconduct in public office for providing sensitive financial information to Jeffrey Epstein while in government as the 2008 financial crisis took place. So Keir Starmer is keen to say that this knowledge of how close they were was something that was never brought to his attention, which is why he made that decision to appoint Peter Mandelson, who for the previous few years had been working in the private sector, to that top job of Britain's ambassador to the United States. That hasn't, though, stopped opposition MPs and even those within his own party saying that this shows a clear misjudgment from the Prime Minister. And earlier today, journalists were asking, as have lawmakers too, been questioning whether Keir Starmer can stay in his job or not. He's saying that he will stay, and his supporters have been saying there's no chance whatsoever that he will leave, and nor will any of his aides step down. But the pressure is there from insiders as well as those within parties elsewhere in Westminster.
Indeed. Now, the Mandelson-Epstein scandal, some say, has resulted in a situation where Keir Starmer's days at number 10 Downing Street could be numbered. But looking forward, what do you think is the impact of this Epstein scandal on British politics?
Yeah, so there are two people mostly caught up in this. There are others, of course, but the two big names are Prince Andrew, who is now no longer got his titles, the son of the late Queen, brother of King Charles. He has been caught up in this, and he has had similar titles removed. He's had to resign from certain positions, and he's lost his house. Peter Mandelson is the other big political casualty in the parliamentary side of things. He's lost his lordship. He's had to resign from the House of Lords, and he will also have to, and he's resigned from his other positions too. Now, the question is now whether he did anything criminal, which is what the police are looking into, and also whether the documents that come out suggest that the government knew more than it's saying it did. So as to what happens next, that will mostly rely on what documents become public, what else comes out from Washington, and also the results of the police investigation.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Stuart Smith, for joining us from London and getting us all those updates there.